All right, I'm excited, yo. It's another special one, as we like to say, but like we're in the spot once again. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
This is our second time that we've been up in the studio here, the Sota Studios. You know what I mean? Big shots to 40.
Yes, shout out 40.
But the reason that we're here, the first time we were here for Smiley. You know what I'm saying?
Exclusive.
So we only get the invite or the okay to come in here when it's like super special.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So for the people who are in the listening audience who are not seeing it now, and for the people who are on YouTube, we got Pvrx in the motherfucking building.
Told you I'ma move you out. Now look, you like 40 stories up. So tell me how you feeling now.
Yeah, you know, Rexdale in the building.
Yes.
You know how we coming.
And I really, you know,
this just sums up, like, now we've completed the Rexdale, like, circle of MCs.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
The whole squad,
it was
dog.
like we had Pilla, Moolah, Young Lava,
Jellystone.
Can't forget, I'm umming Jellystone. Jellystone, and now Pvrx, like.
Yeah.
That's the vibes, bro.
Yeah.
Right?
You gotta complete the puzzle.
Yeah, exactly.
Man.
Every piece falling into place. And once again, we've blown our field trip budget.
There you go.
I know, right? We haven't seen the
go.
Youngsterdam in mad long.
Yeah.
One thing I want to know, because you're a low-key guy, or you seem like a low-key guy to me, you know what I mean? Even from when I see in the videos, like, you're not like the Busta Rhymes rah-rah type of guy. But with all the attention that is coming in, especially with the new EP, the 314 EP, how is that for you as a low-key guy? How do you deal with that?
I think it just makes me keep my balance, you know, like not being overwhelmed.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm just one level at all times.
Yeah,
you know, like when I'm happy, I'm at one level.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm feeling a certain way, I'm at one level.
When did you starting to feel, yo, this shit is working?
Fuck. When I was spitting, and niggas was like, yo, this nigga's nice.
4 or 5 by the private. Little nigga, but my gun is a giant. I beat my girl. No.
Like spitting, like going to people, going around people, being in the room, being in different studios.
Yeah.
Working with other artists, and I'm getting the same reaction. That's when I'm like, yeah. Cause me, like, I'm like, I don't want to be biased to myself. Like, you know, like I don't
wants to be biased to himself.
You know
but I understand what you're saying.
I'm not trying to be like, yo, I know I'm nice. Like,
you know you're nice, but you want that validation from your peers.
Like, you know, like, oh yeah, it's not okay.
Oh, Pvrx? Oh, he's a beast. Don't fuck with Pvrx.
Yeah, that's you do that. That's like calling yourself a real nigga. Like, you know, you let other people, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to.
Let the people give you the flowers.
That's the best way.
100%.
That's the best way to analogize it. Like, yo, it's like calling yourself a real nigga. No, let other people say, yo, that's a real nigga right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And even from way back, now when you mention it, like, I seen a lot of collabos, because I was on the YouTube checking back like 7 years ago. You got like collabos with like Sick Thugs, like with Turk. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
All of the man them from like, so okay. Let me slow down here, because your name on Instagram is Pvrx_onsite. So then when I was on YouTube, it was like onsite. So that was like the label that you had back then.
Yeah, we still rocking with that, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Onsite that's foundation. You know, the people that were involved in that passed away, and we were younger, but we were like the artists that were on it.
Yeah.
And we're just carrying that torch and then continuing that legacy.
Yeah. Even in that video there, which video was I watching now? We the Hood remix.
Crack, so every verse is trafficking. Been waiting to get the itchy feeling up my fingertips. Mocking real as an ace, pure the whole banana clip, head split.
Oh yeah, Friday?
Classic,
Crazy.
classic, yeah.
Man, you're spitting crazy on that.
Yeah.
What was life going on? What was going on in your life around them times?
It was crazy. Like I was knee deep, you know.
Yeah.
And again, like music was like a sport. That was like going to the gym and playing ball with your homies. So that for me, like, so you know the runs are. So for us, it's like we take this shit serious, like, you know, because that's just what it is. That's just the reality of it. That's just like a fine summary of what we're doing, you know, what we're going through and stuff. So yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
Little side note. I'm in the Hood Is Here remix video also, but I'm on the Church block.
Okay.
My cousin Frankie Payne, he's rapping the verse for the Church block. He used to go by
you're thinking
Juggernaut.
about a different song.
No, the Hood Is Here remix.
Oh, you're talking about the Hood Is Here? Nah.
Oh,
the We in the Hood.
Oh, sorry, my fault. My bad.
Yeah, that's the
classic. That one too. That's also a classic too.
Yeah, that's
Jellystone.
Yeah,
that's Jellystone, right? I thought you said the remix for that. My bad. I totally.
We the Hood is you. Okay, run down to the people who were in that track.
Moolah, Banana Clip, Turk,
okay,
Schemes, Genghis Khan, and me.
Yeah.
Alumni.
Classic.
Alumni, except for Banana Clips.
Yeah.
That's the only person that, like, other than that, they're all alumni now.
Classic.
Crazy.
So, okay, you know what? I feel like we're jumping all over the place. But even with that, I'm hearing you spit. And now with the new 314 and even over the years, you started getting into your singing bag. When did that start? When did you realize you could sing?
It's like me experimenting. You know, me hearing beats and like, yo, instead of me just rapping on, let's see how I could come on it a different way. Like, for me, like, I get a thrill off of like building things, breaking them down, and then finding another way to build it. You know, so I like experimenting. Like I have a passion for music, fam. So I just like it. You know, like I can still rap, like, come on, like, you know, but in the same breath, like I always want to grow and learn, like, you know what I'm saying? And I want, probably next I'm gonna get into like producing more. You know what I'm saying? Like actually hands-on instead of like logistically producing and shit. Like, you know, telling the person like what to do and stuff. Like I want to be like, you know,
make the actual beats.
like,
or you want to produce, engineer or produce?
Engineers is another step. But producing, like getting hands-on with it instead of telling the artist what to do, like the producer what to do, I'm getting into that too.
You flip the sample yourself, you play that shit
yourself.
like,
you know what I'm saying? Like Moolah's a producer, like he's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he's a producer. So like I'm trying to get into that, but slowly.
Yeah, just take
you know
your
what I'm
time.
saying? Instead of like doing one thing, like I want to know how to skin the cat like different ways. So that's what I'm about.
You see that, people? Listen to what the man says. There's more to this rap game than just being a rapper.
Facts.
Yeah, facts.
You can always learn something new in this business.
Yeah, and even with your process now, that would, like the process of like the singing, right? How do you approach a song? Because when you're writing bars is a complete different process than like writing a song.
I feel like it's easier for me to do it because I know how to write.
Right.
Like from like the previous times when I'm writing bars and shit. But then I more focus on like the flow. You know what I'm saying? Like how is it gonna appeal to people, and I'm filling them in with substantial words and lyrics that it could stick with you. You know? But yeah, I feel like it's easier. Not easier. I think making a song is hard if you don't know how to make a song. You know what I'm saying? Period. You got bars, but making a song is a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just incorporate all that rap shit, all those bars, all those metaphors and shit. I incorporate that into my melodies, what I'm talking about, and just like my cadences and like how I'm delivering it to you. You know what I'm saying? Just so it's transparent and I provoke your emotion as much as I feel. Like if I wake up and I'm mad, or I wake up and I'm happy, or whatever the case is, I want to make sure you feel that same emotion when I'm done making a song. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I look at it.
Well, it definitely does bring through some emotions, because I'm there listening to, let me pull up the album here. It was the second song. Stay With Me. It might have been Stay With Me. The bar was, it's a quick little lyrical breakdown, right?
I stood rock, we give and go to Pvrx in the kitchen, or mama in the living room. She know what's going on, none of us ain't perfect, yeah.
Pvrx in the kitchen, mama in the living room. I was like, yo, I can see it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, like I'm happy I was able to paint that picture. You know, like that one I definitely locked in, you know, me, Moolah, you know, and we just made sure it was vivid as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like in the beat. You know what I'm saying? Every single detail of it. I just felt like that part was missing. Like, you know, like that where it's like, yo, I can see that, dog. And that's facts. Like, you know, like it's real. Like, you know, like when you're going through shit, like it's real, dog. So I just had to paint that picture as vivid as possible for you guys to understand like how harsh life can be at times.
Well, it's definitely relatable to like to mans like us who've seen things, right?
Yeah, like you guys are real cats. You guys know, like, you know what I'm saying?
We can relate to certain things.
Yeah. So take us to that time. Let's go back. Okay. You know, Pvrx before you even like you started getting into the rap shit. What was life for you like growing up in the Rex?
It was good and bad. You know what I mean? Like, it was good and bad because I'm growing up with my friends and stuff, and at the same time, you know, I'm losing friends and family. And we all had the same dreams. Yeah. You know, and in the same breath, like, there was great times. You know what I'm saying? The barbecues, the party, the jams, like all of these things that come with that. But I feel like, again, the music was therapy. You know, because there's a lot of things that we went through and like traumatic experiences that we went through that define who we are today. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think it made me who I am today, reason why I'm in this room, you know what I'm saying? With you guys. So yeah.
What separates, like, for somebody who looks at Toronto from the outside, right? And they hear about all the different hoods, Scarborough, you know, Janeside, downtown, Parkdale. What separates the Rex from different hoods? Like, what's one thing different?
Our originality. You know, like, we might not be the flashiest and like, but we have like heart, you know, and like we're rich at soul. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what makes people appreciate us. Yeah. You know, because we're rich at soul, and that's what it's about. You know what I mean?
Okay. And you start getting into like dealing with the remix project, right? How did that come together? Like, did you join the remix or?
Actually, that was a crazy moment because as a youngin', like, we were running around like, you know, crazy and shit, and I happened to get caught up in a situation. I got incarcerated, like I was talking about in the documentary. Yeah. And I was like 14 like at the time.
Wow.
Yeah, I was young. And then when I came home, my probation officer actually is the one actually that told me to go to the remix project.
Nice.
And like, as a young cat, you're gonna be like, you know, what the fuck's around this lady? Like, you trying to put me in some Babylon program, trying to put eyes on me. I'm not going. You know what I'm saying? But as a youngin', like, we're not.
Yeah, plus your mentality is different because you're in the street more. So your street mentality is like, exactly. I don't trust that. That sounds like a setup thing.
You know what I'm saying? To watch me, you know,
so she knows exactly where you're at. What's your move? That
you get what I'm saying?
But you know, on the flip note, I wish there was more probation officers that would recommend that program to more people, because she's outside of the box thinking right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? She's outside of the box, but she probably didn't realize what she was doing at the time.
Nah.
You understand what I'm saying?
In the same breath, I don't think anyone was really saying like, I make music and I want to be like an artist for them too.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So there's both sides of the coin.
Bring that to you though. She must have. There must have been something telling her that this music is.
So she's seen that you were taking it seriously then.
Yeah, like I'm like, I want to be like, I'm making music. I want to be an artist, because she's like, oh, like, you have to go to school or you have to do this. Like I want to be an artist, like, you know.
Yeah.
Basically stuff to keep you out of jail.
You get what I'm saying? But yeah, so I, like, the first time I like fanned it off. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Fuck that. And then I seen someone that went there, and I'm like, I lie. It's like that, like, boom. And after I showed Moolah, and then we ended up signing up. And then it was Hag that was evaluating us.
Big up Hag.
I went into the room like, I lied. There's another brother? Okay, I see what's going on. You know when you see your brother, like, yo,
for sure.
You go into the class and see your brother, or you see a homie, like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know him at the time, but the vibe was there.
Yeah,
you know?
He's a hood nigga.
Yeah, so I seen him like, I lie. Okay, I could talk my shit. And then, Agile was there. Agile, shout out Agile. I spat some shit and played some shit. And they were like, like, fuck, finally, like, spitters, like,
what we're looking for.
Like, finally, you know. And then I made my first project there. My first project. If you're a Pvrx fan, you'll know Too Hot to Handle. That was my first project that I ever made. And then I think Moolah made his first project there too. And then,
that's the first video that dropped out of there too, no? Like the first one when you started singing.
The first one I thought, when
you first started singing, is the first time. That's when I had to go back, right? to start hearing the rapping.
Yeah.
But when I first saw you, is that video when you were Make It.
I just wanna go home. I've been here too long.
Make It. Yeah.
Talk about that right there. Well, how did that come together?
I actually went to Remix to get I think my files or some shit. Mm-hmm. And then my manager, he wasn't my manager at the time, but he was in the program, right?
Right.
Ricky. I played him some new shit that I was working on. You know what I mean? Like I was just, again, like I'm always experimenting. So like me, I'm not gonna be like, yo, this is nice until I get like validation from someone else. It's like, yo, this is. So I played some shit for him. He's like, yo, I lie. This is mad. Like, you know, if we keep continuing to do this, like, you know what I mean? You have something there. So I'm like, all right, cool. He got me a beat package from Batista, one of the producers on Make It.
Okay.
And then, I just sent a pack of beats. I went home that same night. I heard Make It. And I'm not gonna lie, like, this is making me feel a certain way, you know?
Yeah.
Chose the beat, wrote to it, locked in my room until I was done the whole day. And then, I recorded it. And the rest was pretty much it.
Was that the first time you tried to sing on a track?
That was my first actual song I'm singing. Make It.
It's crazy because
Make It.
I know you're from your spitting days.
Yeah.
And like when I listen to you, what comes to mind the younger time is Papoose. Mm-hmm. The same patterns, the same aggressiveness, all of that. Mm-hmm.
Like, Papoose, like, again, like underground rap, he's definitely one of the artists that I was like spinning.
Yeah.
Heavy rotation, Cassidy, you know, D-Block, Jada, a bunch of Jay-Z, like, you know, and like a bunch of other like Team Artists and the whole D-Block camp and shit.
Wow, Team Artists, like, the man said.
The whole thing, you know, like I was serious with that. I didn't really care for like the commercialized shit. And so definitely grabbed inspiration from those guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What about on the singing side? Who do you listen to?
Who inspired you to sing?
Yeah. Who told you, like, yo, keep doing that?
Honestly, my manager was probably one of the first people that I played it for. Mm-hmm. And then like this, like I won two of the homies, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is different. Still.
Was it one of those that's you?
Yeah, it's like, yo, are you that? Like,
hold on, this guy, you can sing?
Yeah, one of those ones. I'm like, I mean this, you know.
Okay.
You know? And then after I just kept like I was in the studio like every single day just perfecting the craft. Mm-hmm. I put out Make It a year after I made Make It.
Wow.
Yeah, so I chose like at least like 20 songs. I had 20 songs to choose from. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yo, Make It. And that was the first song I ever made like that. Wow. I didn't just, I'm going to make this one song and put it out now. I had like at least like 20, 30 songs to choose from. Like 50 reps and then 20, 30 songs to choose from. Mm-hmm. And then I chose Make It. And I made that a year prior to when I chose.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a thought process.
So now we're like, I feel like we're in the kind of near in the middle, right? Yeah. When does 40 come into the mix?
With a shorty tryna fit in, that's how it goes.
Well, 40 was always like in the mix, like, you know, from Jelly.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. Like from those times, like from way back.
Oh wow.
And then you know, Illy and Payback,
yes.
RIP.
RIP.
You know. Those guys actually introduced Jelly introduced 40, introduced Illy and Pay to 40. Mm-hmm. And then Illy and Pay introduced me and Moolah them to 40.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like a cycle type thing.
Yeah.
And he's, again, like, that's the homie, you know, like, so he was just fucking with the man them and actually, like, appreciating the music that we're making, you know, and, yeah.
And
they were both nice.
Yeah.
Both nice.
Yeah.
They were both nice.
Super nice.
And you get to see a lot of what gets going on behind the scenes with 40 being, you know, the guy who he is, right?
Yeah.
What piece of advice has he given you over the years that's one thing that you've been like, that's stuck with you?
You know, don't rush nothing. And, take your time, don't rush nothing. Use what you have and perfect your craft, you know?
Yeah.
Perfect your craft and try to just be you as possible. Be as authentic as you can be. Mm-hmm. And, just be yourself, yeah? Do your shit.
That's good advice.
You know what I mean? Just be yourself. Don't think you're under pressure for anything. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you got a bunch of tracks that you're moving nice. You're in the remix. Everything is crisp. When does Def Jam come along?
Def Jam came along like after I put out like 94.
Just talk to Moolah, he in Florida with foreign women. I made some moves and now I'm heating up the cold city.
After I put out Tell Me, a couple other like audios, and then shout out Gavin.
Yeah.
He sent like a list of songs that I had out already to a guy named Joe K in LA.
Okay.
He owns a Selection Radio. He has a good connection with him, so he sent him the records. He was in LA with Scott Venner. It's also like based out of LA and shit.
Right.
He's a music supervisor at Ballers.
Okay.
So they're with each other. You know what I'm saying? So he just press play on his shit, played the music. He's like, yo, this has to be on Ballers. You know?
Nice.
So Scott Venner now connected with us to get it on Ballers and do all that shit. And then he had a relationship with Paul Rosenberg. So he just hit up Paul Rosenberg like, yo, this kid's nice, bro. It's not like, trust me, this guy's nice. You know what I'm saying? Sign him or whatever. Like, do your thing with him because he's nice. He's like, I lie. Whatever. Paul Rosenberg pulled up to Toronto, to the ends, basically, and then just chopped it up with us. You know?
And let me stop you for 1 second, right? Because I want you to continue with this. For the people who in the audience who don't know who Paul Rosenberg is, he is Eminem's manager.
Yeah, my like when he said, I'm just like came to the block and we chopped it up.
Yeah,
like,
basically.
Yeah.
Like,
that's Marshall's manager right there. And he's also he just started working over at Def Jam maybe about 2 years ago now.
Yeah, like I was the first person that he signed.
Okay.
Yeah, so like we went there together basically. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro.
And these little gems right here.
Yeah, fam.
Okay.
It wasn't just like a regular thing. Like we actually have a real relationship. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
That's
like,
good.
So he came to Toronto. Tell us about that.
Yeah, he pulled up. Because remember, TIFF has like their festival, I think like every year or so, right? I think they were doing like something for that video or the movie that Eminem and them were working on.
Oh, the
Bodied or something like that.
Yes.
Bodied, right? And
Yes.
then, so at the same time, that's when Scott Venner told him, yo, you should whatever. So he came down here. We linked up with him, chopped it up, played some music, whatever, and then I just showed him the real, like, you know. He's like, yo, honestly, I only fuck with authentic people. You know what I'm saying? So you already know who I'm in charge of already, like the 50s and the Eminems and like those. So that's kind of the approach he was looking at it at. And I'm like, yeah, like as you can see, like, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty self-explanatory. I don't really have to brag or boast about me. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you feel with that now? Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because
it's insane,
that's a
bro.
legendary
I'm like,
label.
I lie this, bro. Like,
that's
I came from fucking like shit, fam. Like,
this
you know what I'm
is the
saying?
label that like DMX has fucking been on, or might still be on.
Yeah, I think so.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jay-Z went through there. Like everybody, like
LL Cool J.
LL Cool J.
Yeah, he was the first artist on there ever.
Yes. Wow. So when you know that, like, yo, you got a Def Jam deal that, like, you're about to put some ink down on, what's the feeling going? What's going on in your mind and your brain and your heart?
Yo, just make it count. Make it count. Make it count. It's up to you. Only you can fuck it up. Like, so make it count. Nah.
Oh my goodness, there's some gems being dropped right
Only you
here.
can fuck it up. So I'm ready though. Like I'm ready. Yo. Mentally, physically, like I'm ready. You know? So this is like.
What was it like working with Dave East?
Honestly, I was a fan of Dave East before I even did Is You Down, to tell you the truth. Like when he first came out, like I was grinding to his shit. Yeah. Like, you know?
Yeah.
So I always wanted to like do something with him. And when I made Is You Down, I already felt like I had like a New York feel. Like a feel, you know? So I'm like, yo, why don't we just put Dave East on it?
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Label mate.
Yeah, label mate. Like same kind of like, you know, background type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, we sent him the record. He's rocking with it. And he even told me, like, yo, honestly, like, I fuck with the record. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with the record. I don't even have one of these myself. So, you already know.
He needed one of those, too.
Yeah, for sure. And he's a real cat. Like, he could be here right now flexing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's dope.
So, now that you're, like, in the whole... You're a signed rapper. Like, that's a lot of people aspire to get to that level.
That's what they want, yeah.
Right? What do they have you doing now that you got the 314 EP out, right? Before I ask you that, actually, why did you call it 314?
Cause pie never ends.
Duh.
Pie never ends, man.
Yeah. And I'm seeing the pie sign. And
little brand stuff, you know.
Yeah, the logo's fly.
Yeah.
I like how you incorporated the RX in there. I like that.
Yeah, you know. So that's what we're doing. We're working, bro.
Yeah.
We're working. And I got some stuff for you guys too.
I was just about to say, I don't got no fucking
I got you guys,
cap or no.
I
Jeez.
got some.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Jeez. Pvrx comes bearing gifts. You know what I'm saying? Oh man!
Oh snap!
I got the exclusive joint for you guys.
Okay,
So, you know.
This is a big shirt right here.
Yeah.
This is a big statement.
This is getting worn on the pod. Yo, dog. Okay.
Wow.
It's a big statement.
So even with Def Jam and the album being out, right, or the EP being out, what do they have you doing besides like we're chopping it up now for the podcast, right? But I'm sure that they got you on like a media run. What are they setting up the plays, or are you setting up the plays and just tell them this is where I want to go?
Both, cause I'm still gonna grind like there's no tomorrow, like, you know, and then they're gonna do what they do.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, you know, but yeah, simple shit, regular shit like press runs, all that shit, shows, all those gigs, you know. But I'm still doing what I'm doing at the same time, so it's double trouble.
Yeah.
Don't think because the label's gonna do everything for you. You gotta put work in yourself too.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm doing.
Like you said, only you can fuck it up.
Yeah.
Facts.
So I'm gonna put that work in.
Facts.
For sure.
You know what I would like, and this is just my one request. Okay, if you go to any of these stations or whatever, give them some bars. Let them know.
Yo, come on.
Let them know, dog.
Yeah. 1,000%.
I don't even have a question on there.
A million
that's just a
percent.
request.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I hope that.
Yeah, man. Because like with the way the music game now, like what you're doing is perfect. You know what I'm saying? It jams, but I don't think everybody knows that you got that fucking what swaying them called the hyena. You know what I mean? Fucking eat the fucking microphone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah. So when you go see them, show them what the fuck you can do, dog.
Come on,
you're
that's
crazy with it.
That's a sport.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a given.
Yeah. I'm not.
Why EP and not an album?
Because they gotta know who I am. They gotta understand who I am, and then we're gonna get into the album.
Yeah.
Like, that's a whole. That's the movie. This is just like a trailer. You know. You
got a bunch of tracks in the tuck for an album. I was supposed.
Yeah.
Okay. Any features you want to let us know about?
Nah.
No,
you guys are family, but I gotta. You know what I'm saying?
Keep some shit in the tuck.
Yeah. We're chilling.
You know, I tried. You know, gotta take the shot.
You wouldn't. Yeah, your shot not taken is a shot missed, right? So.
Oh man. Okay. What's your favorite song on the EP right now?
Those are all my kids, yo. I can't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't, because it's like...
Favoring one more than the other.
Yeah, you know, those are all my youths.
Yeah,
I can't do that. You guys tell me what you got.
Well, I was telling you before, Stay With Me, like...
Time is when you want more. Stay with me. I need you.
I caught that Michael Jackson feel off of it, and right there, I'm rewinding. You know what I'm saying? So
for sure.
That's been my tune.
At the end of the day, we all grew up to MJ. I'm assuming.
Oh, for
you know
sure.
Yeah.
You know,
Big Nose Michael.
Yeah.
As long as you're doing it right, you gotta show. Yeah, I'm just showing my love and how much I'm inspired from him. He's great, you know.
Yeah.
And that beat inspired me to do so. 1985 made that beat.
Okay.
He made like Hotline Bling and One Dance.
Yes.
All those beats.
Mm-hmm.
But he actually inspired me, because he sent me the beat, and that was what I was getting off of it. You know, but I still wanted to incorporate like me, and like, how the fuck is this guy jumping on the beat like that?
Yeah.
You know, so I think that we accomplished that.
Yeah.
And in additional to that, the MJ feel. You know what I'm saying? So.
And on Nothing New, that little beat going on in the background, that little R&B sample that's going on. I'm gonna give you a music insider on this one right here. Gadget help you with that one right there.
The sample?
Yeah.
Nah, he mixed it. Him and 40 mixed it.
Okay.
But 85, that was a song that he was working on with the other artists that didn't end up coming out. You You know? So if someone samples that from us that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it sounds like a sample, bro. Like.
So it's not a sample.
It's a sample, but he sampled a song that didn't end up coming out.
So there's no sample.
There's no sample. Yeah. Okay. If you hear that on the next song, all of us are getting our things.
Yeah. Because now they have to sample y'all to use it.
You get what I'm saying?
Nice.
We're working.
And like I was saying, we're gonna be bouncing all over the place, right?
Please, bro. Please.
I was watching on your Instagram the album listening party in New York. Mm-hmm. Tell me what that is like being on the other side of the border, because you spend a lot of time over there.
It's the closest to being far away from home. Like I'm far away. Well, not really far away because it's an hour flight, but like I'm far from home, but I'm still home. Mm-hmm. You know, New York is probably like the closest thing to like Toronto and the culture and stuff. So I'm not a pinch away from home. You know? The people are great, and the staff fucks with what's going on. You know what I'm saying? The whole Def Jam team over there, like they already know what's going on. You know, they know like Rexdale. Like, okay, Rexdale's in the spot. Like they know what's going on, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pave the way, not only for Rexdale, but the city, and I'm gonna help with some heavy lifting. So I'm about that.
Oh, you're doing it, man. You're doing it.
The listening party was fire.
Yeah.
The food.
Yeah.
Shout out to whoever made the food.
Yeah. That's the people. That's the family. That's the family.
Whoever cooked that, they're the best, because it was jerk chicken, the rice, everything. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Crazy,
the food was awesome. The vibe was awesome. The people in the place, it was good vibe all around.
Yeah.
For sure.
Even with that with the States, right? You bounced around a few different places over there now.
Yeah.
What's your favorite place over there right now? Like, because for a lot of the men who watch this, they're not getting to the States, dog.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's a privilege, yo.
Yeah.
It's a privilege. So even when I was out there, like, I was out there and, doing whatever I was doing as a youngin' and shit, like, I always have in the back of my head, like, yo, I gotta make sure maybe if I'm gonna do something, don't get caught or anything, because that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So had to keep it smooth at all times. I'm trying to cross, bro.
Yeah, no, that's a nice cross to have, man, because you get across the border, it opens up infinite doors.
Facts.
That's a fact.
Are they fucking with Toronto out there? Like, are they looking at us? Because we get emails from people from other places like, yo, can you run our tune? And I look and I'm like, you're in like Tennessee. Why are you bugging us over here?
Because they know Toronto's where it's at. What do you mean?
So what's the vibe for them? How are they fucking with us? Like, what did they say about us over there?
I feel like they're always gonna look at Toronto like, because we're kind of like isolated. But they know we're hot, so like you gotta get in where you fit in.
Before we were there, we were like looking over there for trends.
Yeah.
Now they're looking all over here for trends.
Yeah.
They respect us more over there.
Yeah. The respect level is a bit different.
Yeah.